Hi, guys, and welcome to your November 2021. This is going to be the What Are They Telling You Timeless Reading, close of month, second half for the beautiful sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you are new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you're subscribed to the Tribe and what's good, fam bams, hello to my members, my patrons, and my coffee club members, guys. Everything that you need, Scorpio, for your collective is below in the description box. Let's go over a couple of things. Thank you so much for those who shopped the Black Friday sale with the coldest water. They're extending it for an additional 12 hours for Dossier. If you entered in the contest of the Black Friday giveaway, as well as my Black Friday sale, which is still going on right now, will not end until midnight tonight. All of the extended readings for this month have been marked down for rent for $1 only. I'm gonna have a sale every single month going forward where I do that, just to get more of you guys into the extensions, and you don't feel like you have to actually join any of my memberships in order to do that. But of course, you are welcome to do so. Most people, if they are a frequent purchaser, it will be a little bit more economical for them to just go ahead and join. Therefore, they get it free, delivered to them, and it's already done. So that's what I have to say about that. I am encouraging you that if you are a client of mine, a frequent client, please go ahead and book your end of the year readings because space is limited. They are already filling up, and I am deciding what I'm going to do as far as New Year's Eve. I'm thinking that I may go live and take some questions. I don't know, because I know New Year's Eve can be a bit tricky. We may do it on the 30th, just so everyone kind of celebrates the New Year's Eve with their families and whatever they're going to do. So let's go ahead and get started. By now, you've already seen the You, Me, and Us bonus for the second half of the month. And I'm going to refamiliarize you with your energy, Scorpio. So right now you were showing up with grief and sadness. Your person was showing up in codependency. Okay. And your message from divine is communication. Okay. If we can just go back over your energy, you are feeling like that you would love to spend holiday bliss with your person, and you would love to give the relationship a chance and work on your partnership. But unfortunately, due to your partner's incessant and obsessive codependent ways, it is impossible for you to even believe in this anymore. You feel up and then you feel down because you love the person and there are feelings that exist, Scorpio. You would love to give it a chance, but this kind of contradicts the grief and sadness that you feel. So when I combine a higher level of you and knowing that that's where you are and this is what your romantic intentions is, you know, romantic intentions does not always equivocate to a successful relationship. And that's the reason why in my readings I break them down, because in your heart and on a high level, like a high view, you have a lot of grief and sadness that needs to be worked through. Of course, romantically, you would love to be with this person and give this person a chance. You would even love, and I don't believe that honeymoon is talking about the fact that you want to marry the person. Maybe not anymore. Maybe at one point you did, but I feel like this is more so geared around the energy that you would love to give it a chance. But unfortunately, their ways just ruin things, and you really feel that that is unfortunate. Okay. And let's go ahead and get into their energy. So the first energy is the provider of prosperity and power, which is the King of Pentacles. This person does have a pentacle to share. They want to give you a commitment. They don't want to end what you guys already have. And Scorpio, I just don't think, unfortunately, that you feel the same right now. And as a result of you not feeling the same, I believe that, unfortunately, they are not necessarily feeling they're not responding very well to that. Reciprocity Avenue is the Six of Pentacles. This has been a very big word over the last couple of days, has come out in a variety of readings, and that is reciprocity or balance or temperance. And this is the Six of Pentacles. Your person definitely wants to move into an energy where there is equal give and take. Is that equal give and take going to be able to be achieved is the thing. I don't know. In the heart place, there is something shady way, which is the equivalent of the Seven of Swords in this deck, not necessarily the greatest of energy. You believe that the person wants to get back with you because of their codependency ways, but they're not interested in actually changing. This is clarifying that in their heart they're being deceptive, which is not great. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's deception where they're trying to trap you or hurt you. It just means or it can mean that they're deceiving themselves, therefore they're deceiving you. And if they're deceiving themselves, then by default they're going to be deceiving you. And it's not something necessarily, Scorpio, that is and I don't want to, go into intentions. Of course, I don't want to downplay or dumb this card down. If this card comes out, it's not necessarily the greatest of intentions. And it is said that you guys are the investigators of the zodiac. So you guys have a knack for spotting quote unquote fake love. And I feel like you think you are realizing that no matter how much love is between you and this person, the end result or what is being desired is not truly about making each other happy. It's just for them, their comfort. And if that is how anyone feels, that's not the greatest of energy. If you are only here because of your comfort and it has nothing to do with me. And let's talk about comfort too. The codependency, I don't want to be alone, fear of abandonment, all of these other things is the reason why you're here. It has nothing to do with me. And then when you are in the codependent type of mentality, sometimes you're in these energies and you're doing these things and you don't even realize that this is a codependent pattern. So that's where they are, and that's in the heart. So I think you know that, Scorpio. Darkest before the dawn way is the Ten of Swords. There's an extreme amount of stress between you two. You really, I feel like, again, in your heart of hearts, in your heart, obviously, you would like to give things a try for real. In their heart, they're not all the way vested, yet they're codependent. That's a dangerous type of energy to be in. So it is stressing you out because you can see through it. On one hand, you don't really think that they're interested, and they're coming up as really not having their heart in it, which is really, really interesting here, that they want to stay in a situation that their heart isn't in just for their own comfort or for their own codependency. That makes no sense. But Four of Cups is here. It doesn't feel like they're stretching or feeling like, this is what they really want to do, and they're confused. But this also could be them picking up on the fact that you're not interested because you're not. You are very grieving and going through a lot of sadness right now because you're picking up on the fact that you want to give it a real shot and they don't. And they're holding on tight right here with the Four of Pentacles. They are stuck in their ways. They do not want to leave the comfort of this relationship, the routine and all of this comfort and this routine. All of this crap is the exact crap that drives you absolutely bonkers, Scorpio. So they're definitely holding on tight. They're yes, hold on tight for love. Arrow and Fonte. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing. They're holding on tight. And finally, we have Indecision Way, Two of Swords. So they love you, but they block their emotions out. Does that even make any sense? But this is exactly what you're picking up on. You're picking up on a disingenuous type of energy, and you don't want to be bothered with that. You're like, well, if you're unhappy, then go about your business then. Don't keep me to satisfy some type of ego thing that you have going on. You can just go about your business, but they won't leave. And there is no communication here either. That's another thing. Like, there is nothing being communicated that should be communicated between you guys, which is very unfortunate because, that is the message from divine, that you guys have to sit down really and talk about this. Let's go ahead and get into the clarifications. So the provider of prosperity and power, which is this person, and they could be holding on to you also so for the power, because it is the King of Pentacles, not necessarily a play that the King of Pentacles makes, but at the end of the day, um, this is a King of Pentacles that's being motivated by codependency, that has the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in their energy. You know, wants to bring things to reciprocity, but only when it is convenient for them. Unfortunately, this is heartbreak. So release the pain and the healing. It's almost as if you feel like if you take this person back, or if you go back down that road, they want to get you back almost. You feel like this is a trap, Scorpio. Reciprocity Avenue, or the Six of Pentacles, is let go of the negative experiences of the past. This person is maybe insecure to be by themselves and really let go. Again, that is a sign of codependency. Something shady way in the heart, which is the Seven of Swords. The deception is being clarified by happy ever after. You called it too, Scorpio, because you didn't believe that they really is on the same page with you anyway. Maybe you think that they're not capable of loving you the way that they should, or maybe that's just your own natural something inside of you. Well, you would be right. They do want happy ever after, but they don't want a true happy ever after. They want the happy ever after that exists in their head and not the one that is reality, which is very unfortunate. But we can't, take away the fact that they see happy ever after with them winning, or in the view that they see it, and you guys just are not on the same page as far as what that means. Darkest before the dawn is a change of heart. I feel like you've changed your heart toward them, and then you changed it back, and then you changed it back. You're at the point where you're so tired of going back and forth, you just don't want to do it anymore. You just need time to think. You need some time to get away. This person will not let up. They are on your ass. They're just like, and that's what causes these arguments and things of that nature. But this is also them changing their heart when you change yours, and then changing it back again. It seems like it's a lot of one-upmanship. This is an interesting conversation with the not being interested place at the Four of Cups being clarified by Cupid. Love struck with Cupid's arrows again. I hated to say it in the Me, You, Us bonus, but listen, it feels like a person that just won't take no for an answer, and they feel obligated because of certain things, but they're not pulling their weight, like they have no boundaries, like they just don't take the hint. But I am also seeing communication. So, you can shut down sometimes, Scorpio, when you feel like, I'm not talking. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it, but it is worth it, because you're going to continue to get this aggravation until there is a real conversation that takes place. Okay. This struck by Cupid's arrows is all something mental that this person is going through. They're not even 100% invested, but they're holding on to you at the same time. Holding on tight, and this person is a control freak. Almost, it feels like. And then it also feels like this individual is stubborn. They're looking at the situation, and maybe you feel like they're bribing you, or they're giving a gift. I talked about this in the Me You Us bonus. It just feels very shady. if that's what I can say. You almost don't want to take their gift, because you know that it's going to be a catch, if that makes. Finally, we are looking at indecision way, which is the Two of Swords, and it's being clarified by the gate is closed. Ultimately, what is going on between you two right now is just not the right time. It doesn't matter whether you need some time to figure it out, or maybe it is that it will never be mended, but there needs to be some communication, and it just does not seem like it's the right time to force this issue. You feel like if we're going to come back together, you're very much so a believer in forgiveness, believe it or not, Scorpio. But you also need to be left alone when you're trying to figure shit out. And if somebody keeps nagging you and beating that dead horse, I know I'm about the opposite of your energy, but we're cut from the same cloth, so I understand how frustrating that can be. This individual will not let up, and it's really frustrating you. We have heartbreak, insecurities, happy ever after, change of heart, Cupid giving a gift, and finally the gate being closed. Let's go ahead and go in with your patterns, okay? And let's see what patterns exist in this heartbreak, insecurity, change of heart, and the door being closed. Acceptance, accepting yourself and others as they are, liberate patterns of flow. There has not been acceptance, and even if when there is, you want to leave it alone. You don't want an energy that you're being presented with, Scorpio. Fragile heart, you can be vulnerable and trust this connection. Maybe at one point you could, but I believe that this is what happened to cause the heartbreak to begin with. Red flag. Exactly. There's been a lot of red flags that has been presented to you, and you never listened to them. And now you're being awakened to who and what this person is. Sacred sexuality. Maybe that could have been something that kept you in this relationship. The fact that this was a relationship that had sacred sexuality, but again, sacred sexuality and sacred sexuality is a key component, but just sexuality and, that alone does not make up or does not, equivocate to a successful relationship. And we have a parasitic symbiotic. One party benefits while the other is depleted. Energy and support and empathy are not equal. Give and take needs to become balanced. Absolutely. A divine feminine energy is presenting itself in a renew and adventure. This person does want to heal with you. They do want another chance. This feels like it's old. And some of you guys' energy, especially in the pre-shuffle, you're trying to get back to I really feel, Scorpio, and I hate to say this, that for some of you guys there is someone else. I don't know why this narrative is playing in my head that it's somebody from the past that you're trying to let go, and it's somebody new that you really want to move forward with, or you already have in mind who that person is. And although you're sympathetic over here and would like to give the relationship a chance, you know that it's not going to change, and maybe you'll be happier with this other individual. It may not have gotten, too far with this other individual, because one thing about you, you are loyal, and no matter who may be waiting in the wings, you're still going to always give the person who your heart is to, or who has your heart first, an opportunity. But once they screw it up, you're just going to make your mind up, and you're not going to give anybody notice when you do that. So maybe that's what's happening. I'm sorry to say that. We do have it is up to you. The ball is in your court, but Scorpio, you already knew that, didn't you? What else do we have here? You don't trust them. And honestly, they can't be trustworthy because they're so used to those old patterns that you're not going to be willing to work on this relationship unless they prove that they've changed. I hate to say that. We do have yes. What else do we have here, Spirit? And we have no. Look at that. So there is a yes to somebody and there's a no to another. And I did not see that there was a third party for you. I see that your energy towards this individual, Scorpio, is very loyal because you feel obligated, but you're not happy with this person. And you know that if you go back into this pain with this individual, you're also, some of you guys, I'm channeling you, and you could feel like you're going to be making the mistake of a lifetime if you don't break the pattern with this other individual and move forward into something else with someone new. There's something better. See, there is something better, and I didn't know that was there, but you have a decision to make, Scorpio Collective. But we know what this person wants to do, and I am going to deliver this message from this person's perspective. All I can say, and I have talked to you guys about this before, Scorpio, please just be honest and let this person know. I know that you have been trying to operate from a standpoint of not really hurting their feelings, because you can get to a point where you just kind of disconnect a little bit and you hope they get it. That's not going to work this time. This person is probably going to try They're already holding on tight. So you're probably going to get a gift. You're going to get bribed. They're going to do something that is familiar to both of you guys to try to hit you in an energy where where it goes down into that old same groove that you guys are used to feeling, and then boom, you just kind of end up in the same energy. That's not going to work anymore. Okay, that's not going to work anymore. And unfortunately, right now, the energy is time to change it, and you want to change it. They're codependent, and if you don't break the codependent cycle that they're going through, you're going to continue to have this grief and sadness. Let them go, but do it in a way where you put yourself in their shoes and empathize, and deliver that message in a way where you're truthful but you're firm. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe, Scorpio. It is always a pleasure to read your energy. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for allowing me to take time out for the holiday and bring these messages to you. The vote will be dropping tomorrow with the additional zodiac signs that we have. And with the dropping of that vote, please go ahead and vote for your order. You will see it tomorrow. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. It's always a pleasure, Scorpio. I will see you in December. Bye, guys.